So, hello and welcome to the 7th episode of HR Hustle and Hijinks. And for this episode, we have Jane Pritchard. And if you haven't met Jane, you're going to meet her now. Jane the Hurricane. Jane and I worked together, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. And I remember the first time I had correspondence with you and you absolutely ripped apart this contract that I'd been banging on about it being wrong for months, and you had this big long email like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. The offer email's okay, but this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And then had a romance ever since.
We did.
The romance of romances. Would you like to just maybe explain the dingle hoppers before we get into the real questions?
Well, the bee antennae, I think that's what we call them,
okay.
Scientific word. They are, because we are Forsyte, and that is my latest endeavour, and in Forsyte, our mascot, if you like, our icon is a bee. And that is all about the hive and the team and how symbiotic we are and how we work together. So we embody that, obviously, with the yellow. Yellow everything.
Do you wear yellow and black now every day?
I mean, I basically have had to buy a new wardrobe.
Yes.
It's really important that you wear the exact colours, especially when you've got like a neurodiverse mind like mine. Everything has to match. And so, when I'm out and about, we do have these on. And it's also part of disruption in a good way, you know, being a lawyer, and then you wouldn't expect a lawyer to sit on a call with our bee antenna on.
Yes.
But we tested it a little bit. And it was just like the response we got was overwhelmingly positive, and the fun and the joy it brings into the work environment, as opposed to be in our grey and blue suits.
Or beige.
Or beige. I didn't want to say anything special.
It's unusual for me, but I was like, oh, I can't become professional for a day. You're still a pastel.
Oh yeah, well, it's only because I'm struggling with the season in the yellow colours.
Oh, right.
When the summer comes, we'll be bright popping yellow again. It's quite difficult.
We're back to primrose.
Yeah. I mean, I am limited by what, is out
obviously,
there.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Obviously. So, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us where you've come from. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Okay, if I didn't have to sing it, I mean, I can sing it. I would do Jane the musical.
Definitely do it.
I would definitely do it. So I had really humble beginnings. Like, I just wanted to be a lawyer and save the world from the age of 8. And I thought that was enough. And by the age of 25, I was a qualified lawyer and a partner in a niche legal aid practice. So I specialised in homelessness, defending possession proceedings, basically suing anyone's arse who was breaking the law to the detriment of people.
No one was safe from Jane.
No one was safe, whether you were local government or central government. I went to the European Court of Human Rights, Supreme Court, House of Lords as it was then. We found that the law was being broken, and it was in relation to social welfare. So, your entitlement to a house, your entitlement to be safe, your children to live with you. They were the cases we ran, human rights cases. And I ended up I was really, really good at that, and I had a national team. But I realised that essentially how lawyers practiced was something from like 1789, and it was not going to be sustainable. Lawyers themselves are incredibly talented people, and they are passionate and they are driven, and they get a really bad rep. But the lawyers that I came from, I wasn't a commercial lawyer. They are like the absolute poor cousins of the tech world. They're so far left behind, and they get a really bad rap. But really, it's what they've been given. It's what they've been dished out. And so I decided that actually I had a talent for that and digital transformation. So I decided to leave being a partner in a law firm and running one-stop shops and providing us support for domestic abuse, and actually get systemically into how lawyers nationwide could operate.
And what I think is really special and important about you, Jane, is that you will stand up for what you believe in, and you stand up for right and wrong, and that is very courageous when it is often easier to stay quiet, stand under the parapet, and you're not afraid of kind of ruffling some feathers and pushing through people and carving a space for yourself.
I didn't realise how unusual that was until you talk to people about their experiences of that. But part of the reason for building my own business now and building my own product business now is that every time I'm on a C-suite team, you are embody that brand and that business. And for me, my values, my ethics, as you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. There's only like one side to who I am, and I believe that everyone in the business, to get behind that and to share your vision and mission, you need to also have everyone else's back in the business. They need to know that that's what it is. So for me, that was really important, and I knew that every time I was on in a team, essentially, I'd be bringing someone else's dream to life or someone else's vision to life, and it was never really mine. And this way,
that's so true. That is such a good point. Yeah.
So this way, you get to decide on what the problem is you're going to solve.
Yeah.
It's something that matters to you. It's not someone else's. You get to bring your people along with you on the journey. You get to be able to decide what the culture of your business is going to be. And that is it's something you just can't compromise on. I don't compromise on that. It's impossible.
Well, considering that you have been employed up until recently, this is a very new endeavour for you to actually be running on your own schedule, with your own dreams, with your own culture, being able to have the actual autonomy of doing what you want to do without the agenda of somebody else, or somebody else wanting profit, or somebody being like, well, I don't like what you did there on the 5th of January at 4:05. Like, this is a very different thing for you. So how does it feel?
Absolutely ridiculously terrifying most days. Every day of the week I think, like, why the hell am I doing it? How dare I think I can do it? And the way I get over that is, so the first part is terrifying. Second part is I did this with my colleague and friend Tracy, who is an absolute, she's like the yin to the yang in business for me. The commercial arm of, I'll tell everybody to stick it to the man, and she'll soften that blow so that we can actually, go out and deliver what we need and do the business. So I think it's very, very difficult. I know, Amy, you went out and did it yourself. It's like the hardest job in the world, doing that yourself. But surrounding yourselves with the people, I'm lucky with Tracy, that absolutely won't compromise. Means when you go into business, if you're going to go into business with anyone else who's a founder, having the person, if you compromise before you go into business, your whole business is compromised. So for me, that is important. But the bit that is really great about it, there are loads of things that are great about it. I really thought long and hard about, do I bootstrap this and it'll take me forever, and big tech will take over? Do I go to a VC, a venture capital board, to get some, and then that's the same as they want you to do it their way, and it's a playbook, and it's just, that's why so many of those fail? Or do I go to private equity? And for me, I found a business that wanted to invest, who, true to their word, have been incredible and given us the autonomy to do what we want, and inject when we need it, inject any wisdom that they have and that they could offer into that. So finding your people, even in the investors, otherwise, don't start. If you're going to get some money and start this out and your investors are not on your page, your dreams are not going to happen. So
in terms of your measure of success, I think people that I meet on my travels, people think that the ultimate level of success and the measure of it is how many staff you have.
Okay.
That's not my measure of success. My measure of success is to have the opportunities financially to be able to live a nice, happy life with clients that I really love. What is your measure of success?
This is a really tricky question, because I have definitely got a personality disorder where I like to. What are you laughing at?
I like to drink champagne.
I like to solve problems. I like to solve problems. So I am addicted to problem solving, essentially, and that's kind of my lawyer analyst background as well. I'm looking at the odds. I'm looking at how I can solve the problem, and I want to solve every problem, and I want to solve it perfectly. So that is a challenge. But the measure of success for me, I mean, literally, it is as simple as, I have gone through designing this software product for compliance, for risk assessments, and I'll show it to a client, and the feedback from the client, if I'm getting that right for the client, it's euphoric. It's incredible. So for me, the connection, and also the connection with the client. So obviously you would hope that revenue will come from that. But at the time, having the confirmation that we've got that, and we've delivered that, and what we're doing is solving a problem, real problem. We're not replacing lawyers in a world where everyone thinks AI should. We're having this human-centric approach. So having the team be part of that, so solving the problem, and that's our success story. When that happens, I've never been about money. I've never been about ego or team size. It's always been about, can I solve that problem? And whether that was a case in in court where someone got their kids back, or where they got their home, or where they were not, they were on bail, whatever that problem was. And when I'm doing it through the technology, again, I'm like liberating that practice from whatever pain problem they have. So it's just that recently, also because we've got such a new team and bringing the team together, there's a couple of people who've joined the team, one we've seconded from another business, and seeing that person thrive, filling them with context about the problem and seeing them thrive and being able to deliver that in the product is also the best feeling in the world, because you're like, this person was doing this and now they are, look at them, like, I'm sending them out to see clients and they're doing incredible work and they're building incredible product. So again, like, seeing that around you, it's never enough for that to be you. It's part of like that team.
You've always been the advocate of the underdog, and that's what I have always really respected and admired about you. And I think we are people that shouldn't really be employed because our measure of right or wrong, often both of us have been scapegoated before because we are the easy ones, because we're the loudest ones, all of those things, like we are who we are. You were the first person, and I think probably the only person that I have ever had in my orbit that has taught me to be okay about AI and to use it actually as an extension. Why wouldn't you use it? And your mindset on AI has always just been so different, because you've always leaned into the tech as tech being a really complementary factor, but generating a lot of the work that normally a human would do, but then just clarifying it, which I think so many people get wrong because they're so, it's going to take my job. But I think you've always just had such a different mindset to it, which is just so refreshing.
I think people, I'm recruiting for developers at the moment, and I get right into the weeds of what we're building from a code perspective and from a design perspective. And the thing for me is, it's because people start from throwing some AI at a problem. So if you start from it from like, I spent some time on our AI governance framework. So to actually commit to our clients to say, this is how we'll use it, this is how we'll go think about problem solving with it. We are not using AI for the sake of using AI. We are looking at, what does that person do? How do we solve that problem, and how do we complement that with the use of large language models and foundation models? So that's the way around it. So if you start with the governance and the what you'll do and also what you won't do, then it kind of sounds really basic, but that's also what we should be doing globally, right?
Sounds basic potentially to you, but I know so many people who can't even get ChatGPT unlocked on a web browser. That I've been in big global companies that won't even get ChatGPT unlocked.
But I think part of that is, as well as such a terrible way of people assuming that Copilot is the answer to everything, and you've just got something there and you just throw rubbish at it and you get rubbish back out. So I just think it's like the bigger picture. And for us, what we're building with the product means that we don't say when we're using AI, because we shouldn't have to. We'll say when something's in beta, but basically you can feel that there's a coaching journey, or you've got some support. But also, ultimately, the most important thing is knowing what good looks like. And if you can't build if you're looking for AI for what good looks like, then your product's not going to work, and it's not going to be better for humans to use it. So what you need to do is supplement how humans work with the use of AI. And that sounds, again, to me, you kind of assume that's basic, but that's what we'll always say with what
it's definitely not basic.
Yeah,
it's definitely not basic.
It's the human-centric approach to it. And if you involve your clients in that as well, then that makes it much more straightforward, because they understand that. Favourite memory of us? So there are tons and tons. The one, there's a few. The one that stands out is we went for massages in Ely's. Am I allowed to say this? In Wimbledon. Let's say it. And then we went to we had this massage, right? You're not supposed to do this. Please don't do this. This is not the thing. We have a massage, you got all the toxins out of you. We then went and drank champagne, because I like champagne, and because we just had a massage, we got quite drunk, I think. And we were sitting in this bar in Wimbledon on the top of Ely's, drinking champagne, fully massaged.
Just like the context of the clientele in Ely's was like a very quiet garden centre.
Yeah.
Like, we were probably younger than everyone, from about 40 years old.
Yeah.
And you said you're being really loud. No, I'm not. I'm driving everyone looking at us. They were looking at us. What up?
So I think that, but also I just can't forget like all the camaraderie we had when we worked together, because I would literally blow my mind about something and just like walk out of the office, or and you would be first of all, a rock to basically be able to say, Jane, like you supported me when I did put my head above the parapet always, which was really important. And we did the other thing I can't not say, training. So we did. I don't think I've ever done training like this before, and like I wish we could do it again.
Yeah,
so
the
we
training
created the classroom in
Yeah.
Woking, and we put the whole company through it. And I created the content and delivered it, and we
that was fun.
I mean, people loved it because they learned, and like we
loved it more. I think because the curriculum. Do you remember one of my objectives was that I had to create the classroom, and the next third I had to have everyone through 2 classrooms for the year, and that was really funny. Go carry on. I want you to tell me what story this is that you're going to tell.
I'm not going to tell the story about names. This is really bad.
You have name blindness.
I've got name blindness.
It's your turn. So what did you write for that?
I think I called Anita help desk like 5 times during the training. The good thing was though that this is the really positive outside coming like story of this, and Anita, who's amazing, and we've worked together since, never held it against me that I couldn't remember her name.
You couldn't remember anyone's name.
But what we got from that was Rising Stars. Remember your Rising Star program? So what happened in that? We formed a whole new part of the business based on the people that came through that program, who were the ones who were curious, the ones who asked the questions, the ones who were bothered to be there, the ones who wanted to learn. These were people who just got a degree but weren't established in what they were doing. They've gone on to be fully qualified in what they want to do. It's like that stuff like is. That's where you find
good memories.
The brilliant times in your business.
My favourite memory was when that time I remember you coming up in the lift.
Oh no.
And you came to the door. And do you remember we had the buzzer on the back of the door? You had to buzz yourself in. You came in.
100%.
And I used to sit on the end, do you remember? Because I never had like an HR desk.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You were like, I'm just rinsing your
I'd been to the Moorfield. They told me I might have had like a big bleed behind my eye.
And your pupils were like saucers. And do you remember I put you on the train?
Yeah. I couldn't see. I just buzzed the door and shouted, "Is Amy in the building?" It's like I'm also like have really bad vision anyway. So do that to me. And I just like stumbled my way in a taxi from the Moorfield to Waterloo. Got in a lift. God knows what had happened in that lift. Probably like groped a few people trying to find out.
You're lucky you're even in the right lift.
I know. I'm lucky I was in the right building. And then I literally was like, Amy Blick, and you had to get me onto the train. And I was like,
come on, dear.
Oh,
that was so fun. We've had so many good memories together.
Yeah. But I think it's the camaraderie as well. Like, the thing is, you only have the amazing memories because you also have the memories together where you've gone through those tough times.
So true, yeah.
And then you're like, I know what the bottom feels like, so I also know what it's like when you can laugh at me, which Amy laughs at me a lot. It's like a thing.
Yeah, but I think also one thing that I think why we have made it work and why it works so well with us is because we have very similar values, we have a very similar approach to life, but I also think that a lot of the time our persona is misunderstood.
Yeah.
Until people get to know us and they're like, oh, actually, they are really empathetic and they're really kind. Like, just because we want to get a job done, we want to get it done right. Sometimes your reputation can precede you.
I did this thing the other day which you would be proud of, because I know that now, because in my last role I had someone who worked in my team and I'd say, why are you taking the mickey out of me in front of everyone? And he goes, so people know that you're not like scary. I was like, okay, keep doing that. That was James. And then we did, recently I was doing some training in Sheffield and I said to one of the close team, I said, could you just come and like say some bad stuff about me? Or, just say, when I say bad stuff, like answer back, do something like so that people can feel more relaxed, because I can be quite intense about the problem I'm solving. And then everyone around will be like, does everybody else know what James thinking?
Also, you're like impenetrable. Okay. You're always together, you're always polished. I remember when I was in my deep, dark depths of postnatal depression, and you remember I had a black dress on and you said, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you wearing that? And I was like, oh, sad.
Tracy says that every day. I turn up and she says, why are you looking me up? And like, why? What is this?
You look sad. You look sad today. Why are you sad? I remember you saying to me, it's never so bad that you can't put on mascara.
It's a rule.
And that defined my whole outlook on my postnatal depression. I was like, do you know what? You're so right.
I hope no one's watching this and thinking, how dare she expect me to wear mascara? I mean, if mascara's not your thing, don't put it on. But if it was, keep it on.
No, I do actually think that is that was for me so poignant. Like, if you think you just said that as like a throwaway, like it's never that bad. And I was like, do you know what? It's not. It's never that bad. It's true. It really is true. So I've got some quick fire questions. One legal phrase you never want to hear again.
It's always
It's
been
a bug.
Yeah, it's always been done like that. I've always done it like this.
That's such a good one. Strangest client request you've ever had.
Somebody wanted me in Thames Magistrate Court to represent them because I had pink hair.
Best advice you've ever been given as a founder.
Had it last week. Never look at the pitfalls in front of you or the potholes. Just look at what you've done behind you. Like, at any minute of any day, you're going to be in the weeds. There's going to be something horrific that you're dealing with or challenging. Look behind you and look what you did yesterday and the next one.
And theme tune, what would it be? Oh, I wish I'd never asked this.
I think it might be like, maybe like, Don't Stop Me Now. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. By Queen.
I would hope so. Yeah. Otherwise, who else would it be by?
I think so. I love to karaoke. I love to dance, and so Queen is like.
And you like glitter?
Has to be glitter.
What is your favourite champagne?
I feel like if I choose one, like everyone else, all the other champagnes will feel really sad.
What, they should all have equal love.
Yeah.
Apart from
so.
third.
Like, I do like Tattinger. I've got a lovely bottle of Dom Perignon over there that Tracy brought me. You can't have it now.
No, I'm not asking to have it. I brought you one.
What did you bring me?
I feel like it might be a Verve.
That's good.
I don't know what it is though, because if you pull it out now, it's like that flexi.
I also like
bottle.
Nightingale, because you have that. Like, you had that at your wedding. You introduced me to it, and I love that as well. So
Yeah,
I also like an
Nightingale's the
English premium sparkling, which you can't call champagne.
Premium. So
Not the basic chapel down. Has to be.
Yeah, it's all about the money, I promise. So we're sitting in luxury. So, for anyone listening, so Forsyte is a risk management system, which is sexy with bells and whistles on with the tech, but you're always hiring and you're recruiting.
Always hiring. So we're looking for people. I would say it's the drive, the curiosity, the culture that you bring, that you want to join the business for. You might have skills. Everyone's got some skills, but if you don't have that culture fit, like, there's no point joining.
So you don't have to necessarily know tech or code?
No, and I think also people who are like second careers as well. So people who have swapped from something else and they have all this incredible, sounds ridiculous, but common sense. And the business is called Forsyte because we're always looking at what we need to build now, because what that will feel like in 2 years' time. So curiosity, challenge, people who are prepared to challenge each other, people who are hungry to learn, people who are really keen to learn from other people in the team and have autonomy. So that's what we want. People who want autonomy, drive, curiosity. But we have a no dickheads rule.
Dress sense.
No dickheads to start with.
Oh, so that should be a given.
Yeah, but
straight away.
Each other, our partners, other people's tech, our team, me. Dress sense, I used to never wear a hoodie. I'm now like, I just love our merch. So I'm in like a black hoodie with a B on it. Like,
I think let's not get into fashion sense, because I don't really want you to start tearing my lovely trainers.
No beige in the office.
Oh, grow up.
No beige.
Oh, please. No pastels. No pastels, hun. Well, thank you so much, Jane. Love you forever.
You too.